Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. So, I decided to go ahead and do a recording because I was up last night, and through early this morning. Sometimes that happens, um, but I was able to make two trays. I'm going to go over that. But before I go over that, I'm going to go over um, the trade earlier this week. I think it was Tuesday with XRP, and then what was I gonna think of? Oh, and how I'm looking at the charts right now. So I'm gonna go over that, and I think it'll be beneficial for those who are trading in the crypto market to look at the really higher time frames to see what is really going on. And and that's it. So let's start off with the trade from Tuesday. It was XRP. So how I ended up coming into this particular trade is because let me go zoom out. Let me go to the 4 hour. All right. So I had already did this parallel trend line, and just to show you how I do my parallel trend lines, because somebody who's watching this new may not understand where did you get that from and how did you create it. So I'm gonna just delete it and then put it back. All right, so I have it saved on my favorites up here, but you can just click that little pencil at the bottom, and you're gonna go to the section that says trend lines, and you see parallel channel. I like using these more than just a regular trend line because I can get multiple trend lines within the channel and a little bit outside of the channel. So what I'm gonna do is, you see this is the highest peak, so I'm gonna go to the tallest peak so far, right? Start here, and then I'm gonna connect to this next peak, and then what I'll do is go to the bottom, but let me extend this out. So I don't have it extended out, so I'm gonna extend it out, extend it left, and then I already got extend right line check. So I'm gonna unlock it again. And the reason why I'm going to, even though the very bottom is this long peak right here, I'm going to go up to here because there's more touches. And that's the whole reason for having this extra line that goes outside of the channel that you can create. And let me just show you how you do that. So the channel is between the 0 and the 1, and that's where you see I have the pink lines checked. And then to go outside, you can go outside above on the other side, on the higher side, and you can go outside that channel on the lower side. And you can change this to reflect the peak. So I'll say about 0.45, right? So you see how it ended up catching that. But my channel that I'm really going to go by is between these two pink lines. And for touches. But this will give me an idea that, hey, we're still in this channel based off of this spike right here, right? Going down. So that's how I got the overall channel off of the 4 hour time frame. Now I'm gonna go to the 1 hour, and how I got this channel, because as it's going down, it doesn't go straight down, right? So it's gonna go down, then up, down, then up, down, then up. So as it's doing that, you're going to create, I would usually create another trend line as it was going down. Then when it starts to turn around, start going back up between this channel, then I create another one, like a minor parallel trend line. So along with my support and resistance levels, right? So like these gray horizontal, right, are the support and resistance in between my major support and major resistance, which is in pink and green. It has nothing to do with sorority. Green is for bi, and I just like the color pink. I mean, for my chart, because it looks more feminine. So all right, so I had an alert after it hit this this peak right here. I knew it was coming down. I wanted to see if it was going to hit this support as it did before, and then set an alert right above it. Once it hit that alert, I got in. And I had it, like, you know, you would probably think, okay, well, you're expecting to go here. As I showed in the previous video, when I'm in the trade and it's moving, then what I do is go down to the 1 minute and then track where we are. So like if I go all the way down, I don't know if it's gonna show me. All right, yeah. So I did a fib retracement, and another thing is that once I put the fib on the lower time frames, you won't see it on the higher time frames because I set it to not show it on the higher time frames for these minor little fibs. So, but because I created more trend lines, so that's why it looks like this. Let me y'all disregard this, because this is back in time, and I'm gonna erase this after we finish, because this is a lot going on, because we're in a totally different channel right now, and that's why you see this over here. But I'm gonna try to do this so you don't see that. Okay, so for this major trend line here, and what I might do is just black this out so that you can see. But it's a median line. Like, remember I said you can create trend lines within that channel. So I set this one because it was making a lot of touches right there, and so that became a resistance line instead of the pink, right? So I knew, okay, let's see if it's gonna like keep pushing after here. If not, then I know it's time for me to get out, right? And to be quite honest, I went ahead and got out at the 127 because trying to get here right on the line where it's crossing the 161 and the trend line might be a little risky, because what it might do is just hit like right barely under it, and may not make my trade. So I just went with the 127 line, came out, and I'm okay with that. So, and that was the trade for the 12.77%. All right, so let's go. Let me clear this off. I'll clear off some of this stuff because I don't need it anymore, so that I don't confuse myself later on. All right, and I can get rid of this. Okay, because we're in this channel right now. All right, so the trades that I did way early this morning, for some reason I couldn't sleep, and so I was like, oh well, let me look at my chart. And sometimes it's like that. God might wake me up and, you know, maybe do some meditation, and after I finish that, maybe I still couldn't go to sleep, so I just looked at my chart, and maybe God did it on purpose so that I could find these two trades. So I wouldn't expect anybody to be up at this unless you're in a different country. It was on Fort. All right. So, and what time was this? See, I was like really early this morning. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And then the next one was, oh God, it was like 3:30. Yeah, between 3 and 4, I was up. So this one, basically same deal. I created a channel based off of, it was starting to make higher, like it was a low right here. It went up, created another higher low. So that's when I made my channel and found the peak, which was right up in here, right? And then I started looking at like my support levels and trying to find areas of support and the candles that go along with it. So I saw that I was like, if it can make it above this right here, I had an alert right above here and was able to get in here and up to this, right at this level right here. And then I wasn't really sure if it was, I saw it go back up again, hit this little support right here again, but like I didn't really trust that it was going to make it all the way up here, but it did. And then I was like, okay. And then I just kind of like had alerts going. And then it hit that area again and started making its way. I was like, okay, well, let me try it again. And, but what made me get out was my 50% mark. And the reason why I felt like the 50% mark was going to be the area of interest was because I saw like it looked like 2 double tops up here. So I was like, I don't think it's going to go past these 2 double tops. Not right now. And so it didn't. It kind of went above it, but I was able to get out and get the 7% and be done with it. So now it's kind of climbing this channel right here that I have here. I'm not in it. I should be. I'm not, because I went back to sleep and woke up. I don't know what time I woke up. It was probably maybe 9:30 or something like that. So got me something to eat, got drunk, made my tea and stuff. So I wasn't really paying attention. So, but I'm not going to jump in because it's already past a support area. So I would be like cheating myself. So what I have here, is I have an alert here because I want to see, is it going to make it past this peak right here? And I probably need to make another alert right below this 50% on the fib, and just see where it goes from here. And that's pretty much it for that. And see if it's going to come out of this channel, and where does it go when it comes out? Is it going to stay within this bigger channel, which is, if I go to the like 4 hour, I don't have it on there, on the 1 hour, yeah. So like this channel, like, is it going to make its way up to here and then is it going to remain in this channel, or is it ready to come out? So that's what I'm just waiting to see. And then while that's happening, the other thing that I was looking at was, of course, I was looking at Bitcoin, but I started looking at things on the very like high time frames, like on the weekly, right? Because one of the things that I'm starting to try to practice is think like the big money, right? The big money aren't really looking at the lower time frames. They're like, I try to think of it like, if I had $1 million and I was buying crypto, I want to be on like the weekly or the monthly time frame, because I want to get like close as possible to the very bottom and know where my tops are, because like you see right here on the weekly, it looks like you got a double top up here for Bitcoin. So it probably is, I don't know if it's going to come out of this blue channel, but that's what I will be looking at, right? And then I started looking at just going down through all my charts, right? I'm not going to do it on this video, but I looked at key things. So I'm going to just go to just a regular, let me not do that one because I need to clean that. So I looked at XRP to see what do we look like on the weekly chart, right? So that could be a little bullish signal right here, right? Because you got a leg up, and but I'm just gonna monitor this because there could be some major potential, right? But it's making its way back down. This green area was a major support, so I want to definitely be on alert when it hits this green area, which is between the price of $2.08 and $1.90, and see if it can handle that support, if that support can handle the price and start bringing it back up. And if it were to do this on the weekly chart, I would be targeting XRP to first, I would target back to the 227 level, and then to the 300% level, which is over $5. So I started going through all my charts doing that. And then what I noticed is that, like, when I go to Bonk, like for instance, this is just a regular, meme coin. It's pretty much like back not too far from zero, where it was when it first started, right? And I probably can get rid of this fib. And it's making its way back down. So this will be something that maybe I really don't want to be interested in. And I kept going through all the charts like that, the more altcoin type charts, and realized that I think I want my focus to be on Bitcoin and XRP. Because even when I went to Solana, now Solana has not hit its major demand area right here, but what I would do is keep an alert right above this area, or even I would do one here, and then one like right above this last candle, like not above the wick, but like above the base, and just see, is this 78% becoming a new support, or is it going to make its way back to this major support area like it did before? And then like even the chart that I made the trades on this in the middle of the night, let's just go there real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So like even here, and disregard the little minor fib, it is overall like downward trend, like it's on its way back to zero, right? Now I don't know, it could come out of this, but I would just maybe put alerts, because this would probably be something that I probably won't. I might can get quick little trades, but I'm not gonna want to stay in them long, like at all. If I find a like right now it's trying to go up, it looks like it's trying to go up, but when we go to the like hourly chart, which is still kind of going up right there, and I just want to see, like I said earlier, I want to see what it does when it reaches a resistance area. So that is kind of like looking at on like the weekly charts, you can kind of see that most of like the altcoins are like trending, of course, down. I think people know that, but like sometimes people, well, I'll just leave it at that. So my focus is going to be on Bitcoin, XRP, a couple like things like Fort, maybe Swift, because Swift and XRP are kind of correlated a little bit. So let me look at Swift. Where is it? Here we go. So when I look at the weekly, Swift has been making higher highs, right? So that's kind of somewhat bullish for me. I just want to see how it reacts to this major demand zone right here, and put an alert. I actually got a line as an alert that I'm just moving. I don't know if you can see this white line that's going all the way across right here. It has an alert on it, so I just kind of moving the line down as it goes down, and maybe like a little bit above. So it's see, I had it below. My thing is about to. I'm gonna have to plug my. I had it below this second candle right here, and it's already past that. So I'm gonna drop it again to this support right here, see if it goes off, and then just keep dropping it to see how it reacts to this level right here, which will be intersecting this demand support area that was previous, and then this parallel blue area, and take it from there. So, and that is pretty much it, guys. So in the meantime, so that was 3 trades for this week, and I'm getting very picky about what trades I go into, because of what I'm seeing trending, until I see something turn around either on Bitcoin or XRP, or on like charts that I've been trading off of Fort and Swift, like, because those are the main ones that I have beyond XRP and Bitcoin that I have alerts on. So and that's it. And I mean, I would still put alerts on things like Bonk or Solana, definitely Solana, just to see where it's gonna bounce at, because Bonk, I think, really kind of rides the train with Bitcoin, and Solana is the, I think the epitome of altcoins, along with XRP. They're 2 different categories, but they're in the higher volume altcoins. So that is it. Let me know if you have any questions, and just keep it simple. Make your parallel trend lines support and resistance. Make your major support in some kind of color so you can see it on your lower time frames, and the same thing for your major resistance, and then do maybe like a subtle color in between so that you can be guided as things are happening, and use your alerts. That's it. And the last thing I was going to say is I think the number one reason, and I'll just speak for myself, that I think makes a good trader is the mindset of, do you have the mindset of abundance or do you have the mindset of lack? And most people are going to say, I have the mindset of abundance. The reason why I say you can tell whether you have the mindset, and I did this on myself, because there were times where I actually had the mindset of lack. But the way I know if I'm in a mindset of lack is how I go into a trade. I think trading is the best signal to really understand, do you have the mindset of lack? So this is how you know you have the mindset of lack with trading. When things are going in, you're desperate and you go in running after it because you're scared you're going to miss out. So why is that a mindset of lack? That is a mindset of lack because you feel like you're missing out on a chance that you may not have again. And then the other flip side of that is, when it's in an area of buy, you don't buy because you're scared it's going to go against you. So you're scared you're going to lose your money. So, and instead of actually looking at it from a standpoint of risk management. Whereas a person who has an abundance mindset, when they hit that demand area, they're ready to go in and they just consider the risk. They manage the risk. So they know what kind of percentage of risk that they want to take. And then they don't get overly excited when things are going up. They just manage it. They don't get overly excited when things go down. They just manage it because they understand that this is a part of abundance. It's a part of another opportunity, and they take it. But they don't feel like, oh my God, this is like my one and only opportunity. But this is an opportunity that is before me, and I'm going to take it. And it's a whole different mindset. So, but that's all I have. Hope you guys have a great day. Have a great weekend if I don't speak again. And that will do it. Thanks. Bye-bye.